Hi, and welcome to this class. So today is going to be a 45-minute flow with a focus on forwards fold. So lots of folding, bending. Take it easy. You can always have your knees soft when you fold forwards from standing or from sitting, and I will talk you through it. Enjoy the class, have fun, and you can leave a comment or a like below. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for joining me. Enjoy. So we'll start off as ever, lying down on the mats. And if you've got a yoga brick, a block, and you want to pop it underneath your sacrum, feel free. So you want it underneath the flat part of your, not on your spine, but just your lower back, just above your butt cheeks. And you can just push into your feet, pop the block under your sacrum, see how it feels. If it's comfortable, use it. If it's not, you can get rid of it. And you can either keep the knees bent, which I always do, or you can extend them long. But I find that a bit of a strain on my back, so I always keep them bent. So have a go, see what feels nicest. Arms by your sides, palms facing up, chin tucked down to your chest. Close your eyes. And just focus on your breath. Relax your shoulders. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Inhale. And out through the nose as you release, relaxing everything down. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Try and relax the backs of the shoulders. Another deep breath in. And slowly exhaling, relax the arms, the hands, relax your fingers. On your next inhale, fill the lungs as you inhale, and then hold your breath. Hold, hold, hold. And then we're going to exhale really, really slowly, taking your time, relaxing everything down as you exhale. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. And slowly release it down. If you've got the brick under your hips, you can push into your feet, release the block over to one side, roll your spine down, and bring your knees into your chest. Give them a hug, a little rock from side to side here. And then bring your feet to your mat. T-shape your arms, palms are up. You can lower the knees all the way to one side, keeping knees and feet together. Turn your head in opposite direction. Relaxing into the twist. Inhale, knees back up to center and lowering to the other side. Holding here. Inhaling back up to center, and then just walk your feet as wide as the mat. Lower the knees to one side, head in opposite direction. Inhale to center and lower them the other way, head going in opposite direction. And bringing it back to center. Heel toe the feet together. Lift your hips up and slowly place your spine and your buttocks back down. Lift your head. Check that you're aligned, shoulders, hips, and knees. Now lift one foot off the mat, the other foot. Wrap your arms behind your thighs and bring your legs up to the ceiling. And you can either hold on to your opposite wrists or interlace your fingers, whatever feels nicest. Now pull the toes down, push the heels up, straightening those legs as much as you can. And then maybe gently pulling on the thighs, bringing the feet further over above your face, at the same time pushing heels away, pulling toes down. And this is the first of our forward folds. So it's the same action as a standing fold. And if you want to deepen it, you can walk your hands up behind your calves and then pull the legs over even more. You might find your butt cheeks lift. And then if you want to take it even further, walk your hands up behind your ankles, keeping your legs as straight as you can. And then if you want to, you can lift head and shoulders and see if you can bring your knees closer to your nose and just holding wherever you are at this pose. And slowly release head and shoulders. Walk your hands down your legs, bend the knees, hug them into the chest, squeeze them in, and then release the right foot to the mat. Left leg stretches up really nice and high. Hands interlaced behind the leg, walk them up to the ankle. Lifting head and shoulders, draw nose to knee, knee to nose. So much easier with just one leg. Holding here. And slowly release it down. Bend the knee, bring the ankle over the right knee. Inhale, lift up the legs. Left arm goes between your legs, interlacing behind the thigh. Left elbow can push against the left thigh as you pull the right knee in towards you. Flex the feet, keeping the legs active here. Holding here. And then slowly release the right foot to the mat. Left hand takes left big toe and see if you can stretch the leg straight, holding on to the big toe. If the back of your shoulder has lifted like mine has, pull the shoulder down. Keep hold of the toe. Keep trying to get that leg as straight as you can. Push that heel up and release it down. Right leg comes up, hands interlaced behind the thigh. Inhale, walking up and coming as high as you can, maybe to the foot. Draw nose to knee, knee to nose. Nice. Holding here. Bring the elbows wide so you can get closer. And slowly, slowly walking it down. Bend the knee, ankle over the left knee. Inhale, lift left leg, right hand between your legs, left hand meets behind the thigh. And then see if you can push against the right leg with your right elbow, pulling that left knee in, flex both those feet. Really flexing them here. Deep inhales and long, slow exhale. Relax the shoulders. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, maybe pulling that left knee in a little bit more towards you. And then release the hands, foot to the ground. Right hand takes right big toe. And see if you could extend that leg long up to foot to the ceiling. Push the heel up, pull the toe down. And again, if your right shoulder is lifted, pull it down. Push that heel up, stretching out the back of that leg. And release the foot to the mat. T-shape your arms once more. Give your lower back some love by just moving your knees slowly from side to side, easing it out. And then coming back to your neutral pose. Bring hands behind the thighs. And we're going to rock and roll up and down the spine. And coming up very briefly to a seated pose. Not staying here long, so we've got lots of folds to do. So hands on knees, draw your spine nice and long, pull the tops of the shoulders down, belly button up and in. Beautiful straight spines. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinging forwards, you don't have to come very far. Drop your chin to your chest and inhale, coming back up, lift your head, look up to the ceiling, arch your back a little bit. And then slowly coming forwards, bring chin to chest. Inhale up. This is a bit like a seated cat-cow. Rolling your spine, arching your back as you look up. And exhale, coming forwards, chin to chest. Inhaling, lifting up and arching your lower back. And then bring your hands behind you. Lean back, push your chest up. Really push hard into the hands. Get that chest up to the ceiling. And then uncross your legs, bringing them wide, flexing the feet, hands between your legs. And just creep those fingers forward about halfway. Take that lovely little rock from side to side. And then maybe release forearms to the ground, chin to chest. Hold here. Lifting your elbows, walking the hands back, bringing the legs in front of you, and you can either roll over your knees or bring feet out to the side. Coming to all fours. Couple of cat cows here just to ease out your back. So dipping the belly, lifting the tailbone, and then inhaling as you arch up. And exhale, release down. And as you move from one to the other, I want you to think of your spine as a kind of wave as it moves through your cat and your cow. Kind of a snaking spine, moving in a sort of wave motion. And then coming to your neutral spine. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, tuck your toes, and we're in downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out one heel at a time to the mat, pushing the heel down. And then coming to your still down dog. Check your hands, fingers are spread wide, middle finger pointing forward. Push into the pads of your fingers, the knuckles, the palms, the thumbs, little finger, and push your chest to your thighs, holding here. You should be feeling this in your mid-back, in your backs of your shoulder blades, really pushing chest to thighs, maybe arching your bottom up a teeny tiny bit. And then walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of the mat. And bend your knees, get your hands completely flat on the floor, completely flat. And then push into your hands and see if you can extend your legs a little bit straighter. Bend the knees and extend. Inhale as you bend and exhale as you straighten. And each time maybe getting a little bit straighter. And then coming to a still pose here. Release, soften in your knees, release your arms out to the side. Bring them behind you overhead, interlace fingers, straightening your arms, coming to a deep forward fold. Arms reaching up and over. Give your head a nod, a shake, hold here. And then keeping hold of your hands, soften in the knees as you roll up one vertebra at a time. Chin tucked to chest until you are upright. And then lifting your head, looking up, release the hands and bring your arms to your side. Drop chin to chest. Arms are just dangling, soft knees as you roll down, one vertebra at a time. And this time I want you to take hold of your big toes with your middle finger, index finger and thumb. Bend the knees and then straighten them. Get your legs as straight as you can get them. Arms are completely straight. Now start to bring the elbows wide and see if you can pull your belly closer to your thighs. Lift the kneecaps, squeeze the fronts of the thighs, and inhale. Straighten the arms and straighten your neck so you're looking straight down to the mat. Bringing them wide, pull yourself to your thighs. And slowly release. One more time. Elbows wide as you pull yourself down. Releasing as you come up, and then bring your hands to the mat and walk your hands forward, taking your first plank of the day. Walk the feet away from you if you need to. Shoulders are over wrists. Hold here. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Slide to your baby cobra. Push to your knees, drop your hips to your heels, keep the elbows lifted, extended child. Press your belly and chest onto your thighs. Holding here, keep those elbows lifted. Now pull your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening in the neck.
And then tucking your toes, coming back up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and walk your feet up to your hands at the top of your mat. Bring the feet together and get your hands flat. Bend your knees as much as you need. Get your hands flat. And then bringing the arms out overhead behind you, interlace fingers the other way. Extending arms, coming up and over, belly and chest firmly on your thighs as you start to straighten your knees. Even if it's just a teeny tiny bit, just getting them a teeny bit straighter, arms coming up and over. And then soften the knees, chin to chest, as you start to roll up. Head starts to lift, hands coming down past your bottom. Release the hands, releasing everything. And come to standing with your feet roughly hip width apart. Inhaling your arms out to shoulder height, palms are down. Pull belly button up and in. Take a deep breath in. Keep hips forward as you exhale, twisting in the waist and the shoulders. Looking over the shoulder, keep the hips forward. Releasing to center. Over to the other side. Don't let the hips move, just the waist. And back to center. Turn palms upwards. Inhale your hands up, interlace fingers, push the palms away. Draw tops of the shoulders down and pull that belly button up and in. Nice. Inhale, look up to the ceiling, push those arms up really long, and exhale, releasing them down to the sides. Inhale, shoulders forward and up, back and down. Inhale and exhale. One more. Big rolls of the shoulders and pause here. Resetting yourself at the top of your mat, we're going to do some Surya Namaskar A, so sun salutations with some folds included. So, big toes together, heels apart. Lift your toes, spread them wide. Big toes only to the mat. Keep the other toes lifted. And see, can you spread them even wider? Wider still, really stretching them out. And then slowly place them down. Pushing feet into the mat, squeeze kneecaps, fronts of thighs. Don't forget our little pelvic tilt. Arms are long, palms facing your thighs. Shoulders are down. Give your head a waggle, lengthen your neck. And then inhaling, arms out and up, looking up. We'll go really slowly the first round. Turning the palms, exhale as you slowly swan dive, hands either side of feet. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, the left foot back, and take your plank. Knees, chest and chin, elbows by your rib cage. Inhale, baby cobra, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, step or move it to the top of the mat. Left foot joins it in your fold. Bending deeply here, trying to squeeze your belly and chest to thighs. And on your next inhale, reverse that swan dive. Hands coming up and hands to heart center. Keep flowing the arms out and up as you inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Hands either side of feet. Maybe legs are a bit straighter this time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step left foot back, right foot back, take plank. Knees, chest and chin. Sliding to your baby cobra, tucking toes and downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep, step or move it to the top. Right foot joins it in your fold. Now, if your knees are still a little bit bent, try and straighten them. Working on stretching out your hamstrings here. Gazing back between your knees. And then on your next inhale, reversing that swan dive. And hands to heart center. Inhaling out and up. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, right foot, left foot back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower. Cobra or up dog. meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high, looking forward, stepping forward and coming up, warrior two. It should have been right side, but never mind, we'll do that one next time. So in your warrior two, tops of the shoulders are down, arms are reaching long, bending and straightening that front knee a couple of times, and then sinking into your deep warrior two pose. Reach your arms longer, spread your fingers wider, pull the tops of the shoulders down, and then gaze towards your front middle finger, maybe sinking a little deeper into the lunge. Hold here. Reach the arms longer. Now squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit behind you. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior. Up and over. Nice. And then coming back to your warrior two. Straightening the front leg, reaching forward, shifting, shifting, shifting. Coming to triangle pose, Trikonasana. Looking for those 6 o'clock arms. Right shoulder and right hip stacking over left shoulder and hip. Hold here. Now slowly bring that right hand down. We're going to reverse the Trikonasana. So try and keep your right heel on the mat. If you've got a block, you can put your right hand on a block. You're going to keep that left leg straight, right hand to the mat and left arm lifting up. Reverse Trikonasana. Legs as straight as you can get them. And then left hand outside left foot, swivel the right heel off the mat. Left arm lifting up to a twist, holding here. Straighten that right leg, squeeze that right kneecap. Then left hand to the mat, step back, take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower. Cobra or up dog, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up high. Looking forward, sweep step or move up, coming to warrior two on the other side. Thinking about your tightrope, making sure your feet are aligned. Nice wide stance, arms reaching long, bending into that right knee. Tops of the shoulders draw down as your neck lengthens, sink deeper. Check you can see your front big toe. Spread your fingers and gaze towards that front middle finger. Maybe sinking a little deeper into your lunge here. Hold here. Smile. Flip that front palm and reverse your warrior up and over. And back to your warrior two. Straighten right leg. Shifting forwards, reaching and pivoting. Taking your triangle pose, your Trikonasana. Those beautiful 6 o'clock arms. Draw left shoulder back, left hip back. Holding here. Now bring your left hand down. Try and keep your legs straight. Left fingertips to either on a block or to the mat. And right arm lifts up, twisting up, reversing Trikonasana. Reaching that arm up. And then right hand to the mat. Bend right knee, bring left heel off the mat. Right arm lifting up as you twist here on this side. Spread the fingers wide, reach the arm higher. And then right hand to the mat, step back and take your plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga, cobra or up dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Give your legs a pedal. Easing things out. Then look at your hands, walk, step or jump to the top of your mat, big toes together, heels apart to your fold. Now bring your arms behind your calves, backs of the hands on your ankles, fingers pointing down. Bend the knees so you can get belly and chest onto your thighs. Grip the ankles and then straighten your knees. Trying to keep belly and chest on thighs. Give your head a nod, a shake. Easing out here. Release the arms. Now lift your feet one at a time and bring your hands under your feet, your toes coming up to touch the wrist. And then just wiggle your toes, giving your hands a bit of a massage. And then try straightening your legs, keeping belly and chest possibly on your thighs. Hold here. And then lifting one foot at a time, release the hands. We're going to Slowly uncurl one vertebra at a time, chin to chest, arms just dangling as we slowly come upright. Take your time. We were upside down for a bit there. And then arms reaching out, arms reaching up, pull that belly button up and in as hands come to heart center and hands to heart center. Inhaling, arms out and up, and exhale, swan diving. This time, maybe legs are straight as hands come flat to the mat either side of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can bring your hands in front of your feet if you want to jump back. Bend the knees looking in front of you. So either stepping or jumping back to your plank. Hold plank for a moment. Spread your fingers wider. Squeeze your kneecaps. And then knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower. Cobra or up dog. Meeting in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up high. Looking forward, step or move it between your hands. Bring the left heel down, warrior one. Warrior one legs, so like we're on our tightrope. Hips and shoulders aligned facing forwards, bending and straightening that front knee. Sinking deep into your lunge as arms reach out. Reaching up, looking up, sinking down. Now think about your back leg. Can you straighten it a bit more? Can you squeeze the kneecap a bit more? And then releasing your arms behind you, interlace fingers, squeeze shoulders together as you inhale, and exhale, folding forwards, either on the thigh or inside the thigh as arms come up and overhead, holding here. Inhale, bringing yourself back up to your warrior one legs, release the arms, another moment in warrior one. And then hands either side of foot, step back and take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra, or up dog, meeting in down dog. And we're going to stay in down dog. This is your rest. So you can either stay in down dog for 5 breaths, or you can bring the knees down and take child pose. Your choice. But this does become a rest pose eventually. Holding here. Constantly pushing into every part of your hands and fingers. Hold and breathe. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up high, 3-legged dog. Looking forward, stepping it between your hands. Warrior one on the other side. Train tracks for your feet. Hands on hips to start. Bending and straightening and making sure you bring the hips fully forward. And then arms releasing out and up. Sinking down into your beautiful warrior ones. Straightening the arms maybe. Tops of the shoulders are pulling down as you look up, holding here. Think about that back leg. Can you squeeze the kneecap? Can you bring your right hip forward a little bit and pull left hip back slightly? And then arms coming behind you, interlace fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you look up. And exhale, forward fold. Arms coming up and over. Breathing here. And then hands either side of left foot, step back and take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra, or up dog. And then bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes together. And take a moment in child pose. Forehead to the mat, elbows nice and wide. Let your hips sink down. Can you push your belly onto your or between your thighs? And just hold here, breathing here. And then lifting your head, reach those arms really long. Spread your fingers wide, middle finger pointing straight forwards. Tuck toes, and we're back in our downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Now, bend the knees and bring your hands directly in front of your feet. Spread fingers wide. Push into the hands and see if you can straighten your legs. See if you can keep your belly and chest as close to those thighs as possible with straight legs and straight arms. Nice. Hold here. Give your head a nod, a shake, and then bring your left hand directly under your face. Bend left knee. Right arm reaching up, twisting up as right leg straightens. Hold here. And then bend right knee. Right hand underneath. Left arm lifting up as you twist up. And bringing that hand down. Bend your knees. Bring your belly and chest onto your thighs. Walk your hands forward. Bring your knees to the mat. And then bring your bottom down to the mat for our seated sequence with lots of nice folds. So if you want to use, in fact, let's all use a strap for the first round. So grab a strap, a belt, anything that you might have handy. Bring it around the soles of your feet and extend the legs long. Maybe take a little rock from side to side, really kind of grounding your bottom down. Then release the strap for a moment, just resting it on your knees. Pull the toes towards you, bringing your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, hinge about halfway, grab the straps. Now bend the knees, but only a tiny bit. It's a teeny tiny bend. And then you're going to pull yourself forward and bring your belly and your chest onto your thighs. And really pull hard so you get down there. Now drop your chin to your chest, stay here for a moment. And then gradually you can start pushing the heels away, bringing your legs a little bit straighter perhaps, and stop if there's any pain, obviously any sharp pain, but just pause wherever feels comfortable for you in your deep fold. Definitely belly and hopefully chest on your thighs, holding here. And then slowly lifting your head, release the strap. And if you know you can touch your toes, you don't need the strap, otherwise keep the strap there. Pull the toes towards you, move the flesh away from your sits bones, really grounding down. Push the hips down almost so you can really lengthen your spine. And then releasing the arms out and up. Imagine I've got you by your hands and I'm lifting you up, but you're pulling the tops of your shoulders down. And then hinging slowly from the hips, maybe with our little wave motion as you come down, and see where you can take hold of on your toes or feet or shins or ankles. Now pull yourself long by pulling on your feet, and then bring belly and chest onto thighs and chin drops down to chest. Hold here. Inhale, lift your head or walk your hands up and bring yourself out to a nice wide straddle pose. Right hand takes right big toe. Use the strap if you can't reach. Otherwise, you're gripping that toe. Now we're coming into a side bend. So I want you to get the length into the right side of the body by lifting up and out of your lower back and then pulling yourself long over that thigh. The elbow can come down onto the shin or maybe behind it. Now draw that left shoulder back, reach your left arm up. Reach it further, really stretching, and then keeping the left shoulder back, start bringing that left arm up and over so your palm is facing upwards. And then maybe you can bring your left fingertips down to meet the right on the toe, keeping that left shoulder up, looking up. Hold here. Keep both feet flexed. And then bringing yourself up, coming straight to the other side. So you've got to really pull on that toe, right hand to right hip, draw that right shoulder back and get the length, because if you're kind of scrunching, hunching down, you'll never get over there. So keep the spine really long and pull yourself long over that leg. Nice, perfect. Right arm reaching up, keep the shoulder back, arm coming up and over, framing your face, and hand reaches the other foot, perfect. Draw that top shoulder back. Amazing, everyone. That looks so cool. Holding here, flexing both feet. Breathe. On your next inhale, coming up, and keep hold of the left toe, take hold of the right. Amazing. Now, you can see I've already started my little rocking movement because that really helps me to get deeper into the fold. So just doing this weird kind of dancey rock thing and pulling on your toes, keeping your spine straight. See how low can you bring yourself? Because we did this at the start of class, and possibly now you can come deeper. Pause when you think you've gone as far as you can, and then release your forearms to the mat. Flex those feet, and then you can bring your elbows wide, make a pillow with your hands, and maybe your forehead comes down onto your hands. Or you can stack your hands as fists and rest your forehead on your stacked fists in a deep forward fold. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths because you'll feel the backs of your thighs really stretching here. Keep the toes flexing and just ease the legs into this. And then just lifting your head a little bit, push into your hands to bring yourself upright. And I'm sure you felt that like I did, strong on the back, on your hamstrings. Tight hamstrings can also help with cause back pain. Bringing your feet together, our last fold here, really pull those toes towards you. This one should be an amazing one. We are so flexible at this point. Pull your belly button up and in as you lengthen your spine. Arms coming out and up. Move really slowly, do the little waggle, get your belly onto your thighs, and maybe you're going so deep you can interlace your hands behind your feet. Maybe. And then lower your chin to your chest in a really deep forward fold. Lifting your head, release your hands, walk yourself upright. Bend your knees, feet to the mat, hands either side, fingers forward. Lift your hips up. Reversing tabletop. Hold here. Squeeze those butt cheeks. Keep pushing the hips up. We're staying here for a few more seconds. Keep pushing the hips up. Keep pushing into hands and feet. Hold and breathe. And then slowly release your bottom to the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together and bring your hands onto your feet. Now you can choose. You can have your feet further away or coming in tighter, whichever you prefer. And you're going to open your feet sort of like a book and then bring your forearms onto your shins and then just fold forwards, pushing your legs wider. And you might not come very far in this, but just keep pushing against the legs, stretching out the inner thighs and round the hips. And slowly release. Take the left foot, bring it outside the right knee, setting up for our twist. So pull that leg in quite tightly. Left arm behind you. Right arm reaches up and you can wrap it around the leg or bring it behind the leg and then twist, turning to look over your shoulder. Pull your belly button up and in as you inhale and exhale, turning, twisting to look over that shoulder. And release to center. De-rotate to the other side. And then right hand takes left big toe, extend that leg nice and long. Left arm behind you, twisting to look over the shoulder. And release it down. Switch sides, right leg over the left. Getting yourself kind of comfortable. It's never the most comfortable pose. Right hand behind you, left arm lifts, either wrapping around the knee or behind the knee.
Inhale, length, and exhale, turn. Inhaling and lengthening, and exhale, turning a fraction more. Holding here. Keep breathing. And release. Left hand takes right big toe, right leg extends, right arm behind you. And releasing it down and coming halfway down your mat. Bring your arms in front of you, chin to chest, and slowly lower yourself down, one vertebra at a time. Coming to the mat, bring the knees in, give them a squeeze, a little rock from side to side. Flex the feet, reach for the outer edges, feet to the ceiling, knees to armpit, in happy baby. Oh, happy day. This feels good after all those forward folds. Really massaging your shoulders, your mid back. And if you want to get into your lower back, just let the heels drop down towards your butt cheeks. And you can get your lower back a nice massage too. And then release your feet to the mat, T-shape your arms, knees go one way, head turns the other way. Let go, relax the legs, the hips. Let go of any tension around your waist, your shoulders. And just melt down in your twist, which again should feel really good after all those folds. And then slowly bringing the knees up to center. They go the other way, knees stacked, feet stacked, head in opposite direction. And again, actively let go of the muscles in your legs, thighs, your hips, your waist, shoulders and arms, relax. Deep, slow, even breaths here. And then drawing your belly button up and in, bring the knees back to center and choose your Shavasana, either knees bent, knees touching, feet as wide as the mat, or legs extended long to the corners of the mat. Bringing your arms closer to your sides, palms are up. Relax your toes, your feet, relax your ankles, your shins, calves, knees, thighs, the backs of your thighs, your buttocks, your hips. Relax your waist, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your face, your jaw, chin. Relax and just breathe. And then gently starting to roll your head from one side to the other, moving your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles, straightening your legs. If your knees are bent, bring the feet together, point the toes away from you as you inhale, your arms up overhead, interlace fingers and push those palms away. Flex the feet, point the toes, flex and point, and then drawing the knees in one at a time. Squeeze them in with love, rolling to one side and bringing yourselves up to your comfortable cross-legged seat pose. Hands coming to heart center. On your next inhale, lift your arms up, looking up to the hands. And then bringing the hands to heart center, bowing the head forward. Fingers to the third eye. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.